Hey guys, how y'all doing? Today we are privileged to be working on a 2006 Honda CR-V with the Common 2.4 Honda IV Tech. This motor is in pretty rough shape. It's only got about 100 and I think 30,000 miles, but she leaks all over. Sign of power steering pump leakage. But what we are after today is a couple of things. One, we are after the tensioner assembly. As you can see, that's the pulley right there. This entire thing right here to here is your tensioner uh, um, assembly, your belt tensioner pulley assembly. So it has a smooth pulley on it. You can see that. We're going to change the whole thing. What happened is not putting enough pressure on the belt, but also there's a reason why too. It's kind of have a little slackage on this. Is you see all this oil debris, the leaks. It's this whole thing to be pressure wash real good, and try to find out where all this leaks coming from. A common leaks on this Honda's engine though is your tensioner, the timing belt cover, timing chain cover rather. It typically usually leaks. I mean, after 100,000 miles, it's gonna also sound of leakage. But what you're seeing right here, just power steering fluid, that's been leaking. As you can see, the pump here. Look at that pump. It looks nasty. But we're going to trying to get them the best price we can. Trying to give them a price and a quote for everything. The timing chain cover, and if you remove the timing chain cover after 100,000 miles, you might as well replace that timing chain kit as well. We're going to try to give a price for that, but the customer came here originally though for that tensioner pulley. It was making noise. We noticed that it was making noise, so we quoted for a tensioner pulley assembly with the belt. But as we look further into this vehicle, it's got a lot of stuff that needs to be changed. But anyways, enough talking. So we're going to take this tensioner out and, of course, diagnose fully and see what's going on down there with this oil leaks. This is pretty simple. We had to remove, of course, the power steering pump. As you can see right here, it's not too bad. It's only 2 bolts holding that, 2 12mm bolts. It's already been removed, so move that out of the way. And of course, you want to remove that reservoir too that was attached to it. That's where the reservoir was right here. You can see it's hanging here, and the hose that goes to it is right there. So all that's already been removed, so we can get to that tensioner. Again, you're going to have 2 bolts, 2 12mm bolts right here, and one underneath, right about right here. There's a 12 here. You have to just feel it. You can see it, and if you really want to see a good view of it, what you got to do is just go ahead and remove that bracket there for your motor mount here. That's that bracket that goes to that mount right here. So anyways, if you want to do all that, just go ahead and remove that bolt here and the other one in the bottom, so it only has 2 bolts holding it. And I believe there's also a center bolt holding it right here, this one right here as well. I believe so. It goes to the back side of it. But so they're all 12mm bolts, and you can go ahead and get this job done in a relatively decent time. But so we're going to continue on to remove that. Once we remove that, we would, of course, you want to purple blast this engine, clean it off. At least you can see where this oil coming from. So don't just change that part and say, here you go. But go ahead, do yourself a favor. Go ahead and clean it off a little bit. Pressure wash it if you have to. I know most of you might say you might want extra money for doing this, but since you got it in your hand, just go ahead and do it, and they'll see that your work is clean and neat, and they will be more readily want to give you the next job on the next vehicle they have, or even on this one. But there it is, guys. So that's how you get that the tensioner done. It's only 2 bolts, as was mentioned, 2 12mm bolts. So we already got that going. So as you can tell, if you go here, I already got them loose, so it's loose already. So what I want to do, I'm not going to use my hand. I'm just going to get my electric ratchet 3/8 and get this done. Milwaukee. So that's my little Impact Milwaukee fuel here, but we're going to use the ratchet, the other one, and then we'll get this done in no time. All right, thank you guys for watching. Thumbs up, and subscribe. Thank you.